Where is the best place to have your Mounjaro injection for maximum Mounjaro weight loss and zepbound weight loss? Hi friends, I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I'm with my co-host, Mr. Freddie, and we're gonna talk today about the best place. If your sole goal is maximum weight loss with your Mounjaro injection and with your zepbound injection, where is the best place to do that? We're gonna go ahead and dive in. I have been on Mounjaro for over a year now. I've lost ounces shy of 80 pounds. I've lost 5 pant sizes, and I'm physically the most active I've been in a long time, since like my teenage years. Let's go ahead and dive in. I've got today some tips for you if you're just starting Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams or zepbound 2.5 milligrams, or maybe you've been on for a hot second and you're like, I'm trying to maximize my weight loss. I need some new tips. Well, let me help you. Tip number 1. We're gonna go back over, I've got 4 tips for you today, but they're power-packed tips. Tip number 1 is you need to know the areas. So I've got receipts. The first receipt is gonna be the back of our arm, the areas that we're gonna do. Now I am gonna note you over to your Mounjaro leaflet or your zepbound leaflet. It comes in the instructions. I'm on Mounjaro 15 milligrams, but this bad boy comes in every single box that you get of how to use your pen. It even tells you how to pronounce Mounjaro. That's new. I'm like, ooh, go Eli Lilly, rocking out with them bad selves with that. But so it has on here, let me pull up the picture, and this is what I'm gonna continuously be referencing. This diagram. This is the one that you wanna pull up. I literally, even though I've done this for, gosh, 55 times, I still pull out the picture every time. I'm like, where is that again? Even though I have it like memorized. If you woke me up from a dead sleep, I could tell you this. But to maximize a Mounjaro weight loss or zepbound weight loss, we need to know where we're going. So this diagram is where I'm telling you, I will always punch you back to Eli Lilly, the manufacturer, on this. So if I'm saying the back of your arm, I mean the back of your upper arm per the Eli Lilly instructions. I don't want anyone to get confused. And of course, I'm not a healthcare provider. This is simply my experience, strength, and hope, having done this for the last 13 and a half months, almost 14 months. Feel free to take or leave it, but I won't tell you medical advice because I don't have any of that. I will always punch you to your healthcare provider. So it has on here the back of your upper arm, your top of your thighs, your upper thighs, and then by your belly button. It's around your belly button though. Someone said it was 2 inches out of your belly button. When I went to go read through here, I could not find that. Someone had said in the comments, and so I went to go look. So I always want to cite my sources here at Countess of Shopping. So I want you to cite your sources too. I keep looking. It doesn't say 2 inches out from the belly button. So that is confusing to me. I just use my little picture, which is near my belly button. It's not in it. Some people thought in one video I was talking about in it. I was like, it's not in it. It's around it. So that's what I refer to for these. Now, let's go over here. We need to go back to give context, and then we can like go into the maximizing component of it, right? Because some of y'all are self-paying for this. It is like liquid gold, and I get it. Or the hoops that you've had to jump through to have your insurance approve the prescription is like liquid gold. So with here, you do the back of your arm, your stomach, your upper thigh. Again, going back to the Eli Lilly pictures. I'm not saying that these are the specific, like, use the diagram. So I hope I'm crystal clear on that. Clear. Within those injection sites, and we've talked about this on other videos, but I want to do a deeper dive on this video. If it's your first week on Mounjaro, your first week on zepbound, if you're Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams or zepbound 2.5 milligrams, rotating within those sites. Because I don't know about you, but for me, when I first started, I only did my stomach, near that belly button. Not in the belly button, but near it, per the diagram. And I would just rotate around the clock. Like, you know, like I was telling my kid this, he's so used to digital stuff. I was talking about a hands on a clock, and we had to have a reboot of that. I mean, like hands on a clock around the stomach area of the belly button down there. Rotating those, and rotating sites. Now, I have told in other videos of doing 1, 2, 3, like the 1, 2, 3 dance. For me, absolutely maximizes weight loss. And rotating where it is within that spot. So if it's my thigh, for example, we're gonna use visual graphics here. In that picture, it tells me in my upper thigh, here's my little leggy, I'm gonna go here, 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 like as I'm rotating through to the other spots, and then when it's this upper thigh's turn, rotating within that. So it's like this chronic rotation of not getting in one particular spot over and over. I have done both. For me, for my experience, strength, and hope, what works best is switching it up. Not keeping it consistent or even Steven, but having that different consistency with it, for me, has been really, really beneficial. So switching that up, let's go back over to my notes here in my little list of our areas. So 1, knowing our areas. 2, tracking. Attract, number, grows. Maybe you're not a data nerd like I am. I love data. I love like this stuff. I nerd out over it. I'm like, ooh. Tracking this is so beneficial. We've talked about tracking with our smart tape measures, which I'll link in the description link below, as is my free printable tracker on countessshopping.com, my blog. It has over 60 free Mounjaro articles for you and zepbound articles for you as a free resource. So I'm having acid reflux right now, and that is a Mounjaro side effect for me, of where I am nauseous right now. I took my shot last night and I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but there's an acid reflux thing going on, so forgive me for being like, don't worry. Mr. Freddy's like, bug eyes magoo. So tracking this number is going to help you figure out these patterns for what works best for you to maximize your weight loss. Because the punchline is, friend, it's different for everybody. How do I know that it's different for everybody? It's because I have a free group, which I would love for you to join, down in the description link below. It's an encouragement group of thousands and thousands and thousands of quality people, like amazing. The people who join that group, I'm like, you are a lot smarter than I am. And I think I'm a smart cookie. But like, it's really cool, amazing, fabulous people who've just started on Mounjaro or zepbound or WEGOVY or semaglutide or tirzepatide. All are welcome at that table. For people who've been on it for over 1.5 years, they've actually been on it longer than I have. So tracking these and using my blog with a free tracker, which will be linked down below, with the free group, knowing that we all have had, if you take a poll in the group right now of where's your best spot, your best Mounjaro injection site or your zepbound injection site to have maximum weight loss, you're gonna get 10 million different answers. My left arm, my right arm, my left thigh, my belly button, by the belly button, not in the belly button, but by the belly button. So you're gonna get a bunch of different answers. How do they know that? Because they're tracking it in some capacity. It could just be like thinking about tracking it, or like literally putting it into your phone, putting it into a spreadsheet, putting it on a piece of paper, like tactilely, if you're an old school pen to paper person. So tracking that is gonna be incredibly helpful for you to figure out the pattern recognition. I want you to figure out, you don't care about me, I want to care about you. I want you to get the maximum results. You're going to need to track that. And you're going to need to track that for a couple of months probably. Now, what's going to change that, and that's number 3, is your doses. If you titrate up, obviously that is going to give you more of a dose. If you go from Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams to Mounjaro 5 milligrams, that is the change in the dose. You're basically doubling the dose there. And vice versa, going up through the different doses on there, that's gonna change for you your weight loss probably, right? Like the first few weeks of having that higher dose, you're probably gonna need to make sure you're on the lookout for Mounjaro side effects. And we know the most common ones are gastrointestinal, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, constipation. There's more serious ones. Talk to your healthcare provider about those. I am not a healthcare provider, but having and tracking even those side effects, this is where I go into like nitty-gritty detail of your dose, the time of day in which you take it, the location in which you take it. Like there's a lot of factors that can go into helping you maximize your weight loss. And I know for me, I got stuck in a rut of doing my stomach over and over and over, and I titrated up faster than I needed to. If I had slowed my roll, because now I'm at 15 milligrams, that's the punchline, and there's nowhere else to go. Like, this is it. I'm grappling with not having as much appetite suppression. I'm grappling with the food noise and food chatter is back, and I wish I had slowed down my titration, meaning increasing doses, throughout this journey by using more of the site rotation and more of the time rotation. But going back over to dosing, that is going to affect your weight loss probably. I'll use my I statements. It affected my weight loss very much so. But within those, Eli Lilly tells us, even with the dose changes, the 2 things we really need to do are permanent lifestyle changes with physical activity and with food, changing what we eat. changing what I eat, what I ate when I was almost 80 pounds more. This beginning woman right here is a lot more than what I eat now. How do I get over? Hold on, it's backwards. I'm like, how do I get there? That one, the one on the left. Substantially smaller portions. And I can do that, and I've done that. And let's just keep it 100% real here and authentic. On Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, Mounjaro 5 milligrams, I'd still eat fried food, crap, not healthful, clean foods. And I still actually, when I'm really, really honest, still to this day of where there's pockets of doing that. But now I can catch myself a lot faster and be like, no, that's old tapes. That's not the information, the new information now. But having smaller portions of fried food and fried crap still led me to have weight loss, because the portions were substantially smaller. To me, that is somewhat cheating or scamming myself in the end of the day, of like, man, I can still have French fries, and I can still have these sundaes, and I can still have this and that, and still lose a ton of weight. But if I am not making permanent lifestyle changes, which is what's happening to me right now, friends, and I want you to take my experience, strength, and hope. Feel free to take it or leave it, but I hope you'll take it as encouragement to make those permanent lifestyle changes with physical activity and food, because for me, the appetite suppression has not as much, and the food chatter comes back. And so what do I do within these moments of where I'm having to practice what I've learned the last 13 and a half months? Is it going to be going back to fried foods? Is it going to be going back to desserts? No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse. And I've had the past month, I've had a weight stall. I'm very close, and I know I'm going to be in the 80-pound range. And whenever I have weight stalls, then comes a big whoosh. So I know in a video in the upcoming week, you're going to hear me say, I lost 83 pounds today. Like, it's coming. That's just traditionally how my history has been. But I do fully recognize that if I'm not learning how to make new healthy habits, permanent healthy habits for a lifelong journey, I'm completely in trouble. I'm in trouble. Because GLP-1 medications are so new but also so old. I mean, they've been out since 2005, but the new ones with Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk is the manufacturer of WEGOVY and Ozempic, and Eli Lilly is the manufacturer of zepbound and Mounjaro. So making those lifestyle changes as the doses, as I titrate up. But I want to encourage you, friends, talk to your healthcare provider. And if you don't have a good healthcare provider, I highly recommend Join Fridays. I'm obsessed with them. It's a telehealth company I personally use. If you use the discount code QUEEN in capital letters, QUEEN, the link is in the description link below. If you need a new telehealth provider, or to see if you're eligible for the medications too, their GLP-1 medication, I love them, enthusiasts. They know so much. And the GLP-1 community is so much better for having them as a telehealth company, because they're not here for a quick cash grab. They're here to help truly the GLP-1 community, which some of the telehealth companies, it's evident that they're here for a financial grab, and they don't really care. So going back over here to where's the best place to inject Mounjaro for maximum weight loss, is then also recognizing within this, it's different for everybody. You've got to change, I'll use my I statements of what's worked well for me. When I have my maximum weight loss, it's because I'm changing this around. Last night, I took my Mounjaro 15 milligram, and notice I said last night. I had previously said in videos I was taking it in the morning. And in previous videos to that, I had been taking it in the afternoon. I took it last night. Today, I'm experiencing side effects, gastrointestinal ones, and that's totally okay. I actually welcome them now. At the beginning I didn't. I was like so afraid of them, and then for me I realized it's not anything to be afraid of. It. I actually really do welcome them. But one of the things that I would not be a good friend if I didn't mention for me on my journey is changes beyond my control. There's things I can control and things I cannot, and then the wisdom to know the difference within those. So things I cannot control is stress. I'm coming out of a very stressful season. I went through, in October, I work heavily, Amazon's one of my clients, and so in October we had Amazon Prime Day, and then rolled into, iRobot's one of my clients, rolled into Black Friday, and then just high cadence and rhythm of doing those things, and then rolled into Christmas, and then rolled into hosting Christmas at our house, and then having expectations for my son, and wanting to have the best Christmas for him and my husband, and then roll into a family member has been in and out of the hospital for months, and so it's been high pressure, high pressure, high pressure, and I'm kind of coming out of that now. I'm coming down the roller coaster. And I'm really good in a crisis, and I have a hard time when things are calmer. And so for me, it's unlearning those habits of when things are calm. and appreciating when it's good. And that's, for me, been part of this. I mean, Mounjaro has been such an incredible tool to teach me so much about myself that I did not expect when I first got this 13 and a half months ago. But it's one of the things I'm learning about myself is when things are good, I am right now having a hard time with that it's not chaotic. And so learning and making those permanent lifestyle changes, of course, and I have to say this I'm saying it a lot more than I used to say it, but having outside help to do that there's no shame in that game. I think I didn't talk about it before because I was embarrassed by it, but it's been one of the best blessings to help me heal my relationship with food as a trained expert who specializes in, being 100 pounds overweight. There's a lot of trauma for me associated with that, and unwrapping that has taken some specialty with that. So I want to encourage you, if that's you as well. I know that there's some people who are like, oh, I'm taking Mounjaro for my A1C, and it's really not for the weight loss, but for zepbound people, I only need to lose like 30 pounds or whatever. We all have our own stories, but for me, it's deep, deep, deep rooted of having to untie some of these things. And so going back over to maximum weight loss, things that are beyond my control, the stress, the things that of having a family member going in and out of the hospital, that's beyond my control. I can control how I react to that, but I can't control them going into the hospital. I can't control those stressors, but I can control my sleep. And for me, I was getting so amped up throughout the day. I've been doing a project with TikTok, and I'm so amped up through the day with that. And then letting that go, like winding down at night, it was affecting my sleep. And so I'm able to recognize these things of where I'm seeing unhealthy patterns within myself to heal along it. And maybe you can too. You're like, oh, I'm noticing that about myself, that now that I'm not in the food and now that I'm not engaging in some of these unhealthy behaviors with food, what changes can I then make, right? Because inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. Inch by inch is a cinch. So what are these small incremental changes I can make? Sleep, I have the power to do that. Walking around the block, I've been sharing if you follow me on Countess of Shopping Instagram or Countess of Shopping TikTok or Elizabeth Skordinsky on TikTok, I've been talking about how I've been walking him every day for 3 miles, and I'm trying every day to beat my last time. And so I started at like an hour and 7 minutes or an hour and 4 minutes or something. It was more than an hour. And now I'm down to 52 minutes. So that, for me, that is within my control. I can walk around the block. Can you walk around your block? Maybe you can walk up and down the stairs. Maybe it's too icy outside. You can go, or raining. You can go walk up and down your stairs. Maybe you're bedridden. Some of our viewers are bedridden. What exercises can you do within the bed? There are some awesome chair workouts available too, that if you want me to speak on those too, let me know in the comments. But to maximize weight loss, it's individual. Changing it up has worked really, really well for me, and also being patient with this. I am now at this phase of the game. At the beginning, I lost 11 pounds my first week. Is that crazy healthy? No. But I think it sets this unrealistic expectation for myself and for other people that, oh, every week I'm going to lose that much. No. Now I'm like 1 to 2 pounds per week is amazing. But I bet you, honestly, I do bet you, in a week I'll probably, you'll see I'd be like, I lost 83 pounds or 84 pounds. I'll lose 3 or 4 pounds in 1 week because I haven't lost the last, several weeks. Okay, things that are helping me to maximize my weight loss. 1, monitoring that muscle loss. This scale, I've got the Smart Scale and the Smart Tape Measure. The Smart Tape Measure, I'll link it in the description link below, is amazing because it will link into one app. All of these will link into one app, and you can measure even if the scale's not moving, or if the scale is moving. I mean, I've lost 5 pant sizes. It's crazy. So, but having this on here with inches, helpful. This will tell you your muscle mass lost, which you'll lose muscle mass. There's ways that we can combat that, which I've talked about in other videos. Make sure you click like and subscribe down below so you can see those too. And then they have a third thing that a viewer had recommended too that syncs into all of those, which is a blood pressure cuff. I'll link that in the description link below too. Super excited about this one because all of the data is in one spot in one app on my phone, which I love. Because I had all these different pieces of paper tracking all this stuff, and so I'm a tactile person. So having it all in one app is very helpful. Having your water rotation system, and if you don't take electrolytes, gosh, I would love for you to try Element Electrolytes. With any purchase, they have 8 free electrolyte sticks that come with them when you order directly from their website. I don't order supplements from Amazon anymore, although I'm obsessed with Amazon and I order everything else from them, but I order my supplements for like my magnesium, which I'll link down below, my electrolytes, my daily supplement too, my daily vitamin from specific companies. And my waters, you guys know I'm obsessed with Simple Modern. And then for loose skin, gosh, this has been really, really helpful too. I'll link those down below as well. And Mr. Freddie would be remiss if I didn't tell him about his treats. We've been testing out different dog treats here at Countess of Shopping, so I'll link these down below. These were the Valentine's Day ones, but they have new ones that aren't Valentine's Day. They're super cute, and they're like massively, like 60% off. I don't know if they still will be when you get to this video. We talked about the free group for encouragement. Join that. Go to countessofshopping.com, my blog for all things Mounjaro weight loss to hopefully help you in your weight loss journey. And what else was there? Oh, we do a thing with emojis here of where it helps me to get to know you better. One, if you've made it this far in the video, clearly you like the content, or maybe you don't like me, but you're like, oh, let me see if she's gonna like, I don't know, pick her nose on camera. No, I'm just kidding. But if you've made it this far, it means you probably like the content. Put down below, the emoji for today is gonna be a sunshine, and that will tell me that you've made it this far in the video. And two, I will pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I will uplift you in positive energy as well. Today's one is sunshine. And number two, we are action focused. What are you doing today? Tell me in the comments to move you closer to your goals. Tell me, what are we doing? And if you're too embarrassed to tell me or whatever, tell somebody else. Tell your bestie, tell your partner, tell your dog. If Banksy is watching, one of our favorite viewers, hi Banksy. And there was a third thing. Make sure you click like and subscribe and get all the free stuff down below. There's a ton of free resources here at Countess of Shopping as well. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Thanks, friends. We'll see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye.